Yeah. All right, y'all. We ready. Y'all understand what I've been through, but thanks for hanging on there, man. Hanging on in there, y'all. Let's get this thing popping. Urban Therapy with Sun Show, and let's rock now. Uh, it's going down now.
Your show now. Press
All right,
1
there you
to
go.
hear in full.
Finally,
Since it appears you're calling back into a live
finally.
show, we are reconnecting
Let's
you
go,
now.
baby. Yeah, everything is gonna be all right. We do this thing on a Saturday, not the night, and everything's gonna be okay. We make sure that I keep my head straight and say the same way that we did things before. We gonna employ the same technique, and the words that I speak are going to inspire. We're gonna spit that fire. We do this thing, and we do it till our what? Yo, I rewire the device and make sure that we do something nice. I did it twice. Well, yeah, I didn't get it right the first time, but I make sure that I do the burst rhyme, start spitting the thing out like the bullets. I got the gun on my waist and I'm about to pull it to make sure that I hit you right in the heart. It's Urban Therapy with Son. Yo, we start. So let's go. Today we're talking about I ain't claiming that. I ain't claiming that. Do you know what it's like not to claim something? You know, nowadays. Well, all right, let's start. Let's start with what we did previously. Previously, we would talk a lot about speaking things into existence. And a lot of people believe that you can speak things into existence. I don't know. I'm on the fence with some things. You know, there may be some things, some spiritual things that you may be able to speak into existence. But I think that some physical things that are already there are the things that you have to deal with. Are we talking about reality or are we talking about something else? Well, they say that all things are possible through what? Through who? Through where? All right. And that may be true. But I know that you probably have to do a little bit more than just speak something into existence. You probably have to do the work to make sure that it turns out the way that you want it to. Oh, you know what? I sure wasn't going to speak that face in the right way. Well, anyway, so if we talk about speaking things into existence, we're talking about making things manifest themselves by choosing the right words and creating the right energy. Can we do the same thing with keeping things out of our existence, keeping things out of our lives, keeping things out of our world? If we say that we're not claiming something, can we do that with something physical? Like if you have a physical ailment, can you not claim it and then make it go away, or make sure that you remedy it and live another day? Hey, how far things have to be gone before you are at the end of the song? But I know that you can stay positive, yo, and I'm going to be the one to promote that and make it go. So let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this the Urban Therapy with Sun show. We do this every single Saturday from 1 p.m. till around 2:30-ish. And the reason that we say 2:30-ish is because sometimes it gets so heated that we just have to do a little OT on a Saturday. And it is a Saturday. This is the show where adults come out and play with other adults. We laugh, we cry, we argue, fuss, and fight, go back and forth with each other, bust it up all crazy. We take an introspective look into our own personality to see the way that the universe projects us into this thing called the world and try to figure out this thing called life. I am your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the. And if you can't say Omar with the. Well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. All up in your area. I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. Today we're going to speak about some things, talking about I ain't claiming it. I ain't claiming it. Maybe I should have labeled the show I ain't claiming it versus speaking it into existence, or speaking it into existence versus I ain't claiming it. What do y'all know? What do y'all know about speaking something into existence? Do you believe? Do you believe? Well, I think that just like a lot of things, I'm a bit skeptical about things that I think are already a done deal. However, I do believe in possibilities of a change or a shift if you can do some things to make it work. For example, I believe that you can speak some things into existence by putting in the work, planning, asking questions, doing research, getting people involved, gathering information, trial and error. You can make it if you try. I believe that. I definitely, absolutely believe that. Now will that work in all situations? I don't know. I doubt it. But I doubt that anything works in all situations. We have to find what will work. So when we're talking about speaking something into existence, there are plenty of people who believe that it works that way, and they have proof. They say that they have proof. I spoke it into existence. I got my woman pregnant and I wanted me a boy. Guess what happened 9 months later? We got us a baby boy, and we build and destroy and make it feel good. And he's going to carry on my name. We're going to make sure that we don't play no games. We're going to make sure that he is successful. And life won't be stressful. I've heard people say that plenty of times. I spoke the gender of my child into existence. I spoke the personality of my child or my children into existence. And I'm thinking like, I might have looked at him a little sideways, a little funny. Like, I don't know if you can do that, champ. But sometimes when you know too much, you might deny too much. What do y'all think about that? Sometimes when you know too much, you might be skeptical too much. Like if you tell me that you spoke the gender of your child into existence, I'm thinking like, yeah, I hope that you're a man when you say it, because you are 100% responsible for the gender of the child. A man determines whether the sperm is an X chromosome, which would signify it being a woman, or should I say a female, or a Y chromosome, which would signal the sperm being a boy or a male. So, brother, if you are the one speaking the gender of your child into existence, you definitely have power to do just that. However, how do you arrange all those millions and billions of sperm that they say exist to decide which one will be the gender of your child? Now, there's a 50-50 chance that it's going to be a boy. You definitely have 50-50. You have half a chance for sure of the child being a boy. But do you have 100% or 50% of the power to make it happen through speaking into existence? I want a boy. I'm going to get a boy. I'm going to buy some boy toys, Tonka trucks, all of those things. Boy, and I'm going to make sure that he is rough, and I'm going to make sure that he don't call no bluff, and I'm going to make sure that he is good to go, and I'm going to make sure that he don't be no... Well, speaking into existence. Like I said, many people have believed that they have done just that. Hey, it's a boy! Cigars for everybody, cigars for every... Do people still... Wait a minute. Have we gotten so far past being happy about a baby being born? Have we single parented our way into not celebrating when children are born anymore? Does a father of a new child pass out cigars and smoke cigars with his family and friends when the child is born anymore? When was the last time? Yo, hold on, we got some things we need to talk about, y'all. We got some things we need to talk about. We got some subplots going on. Do people still pass out cigars, smoke cigars when a child is born with no state of mind, blind to the ways of mankind? What y'all know, baby? What do you know? What do y'all know? What we doing? What we doing? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. Yeah. When was the last time you heard? I mean, I really have never witnessed any cigar issuing going on when a child was born. But you know, we've seen it on TV, and we know that people have done it, they duplicated it, whether regardless of where they heard about it from or got it from. But you know, you usually do that in situations where the parents are married to each other, and you know, maybe they've been trying to have children. They are in the direct process of building their family. You know, maybe we have gotten too far away from actually consciously building our families. Ooh, I don't know. We might have a topic for later on. I think we do, but we can talk about it right now. A little bit about it right now. You know, we can talk about that right now, homie. We can talk about that right now. What's going on? Robin Ming, my big sis, doing the things. He's something like a queen for a king. Thanks for coming through. And also, Stacy White, it's good to see you. I appreciate me some YOU. And T Carry right, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site. Thanks for coming through, y'all. Make sure that y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun Show, and today we are talking about I ain't claiming it. Right now, at this particular moment, we are talking about whether you can speak something into existence or not. Can you speak something that's physical into existence? Like if something is already, hold on. I was getting to, when I started talking about a father passing out cigars, the father of a child definitely determines the sex of the child. But it's not like they can say, all right, today I'm just going to ejaculate all male sperms because we need us a boy. We need us a boy. All right, we got us 2 boys. All right, now let's work on us some girls. I'm only spitting girls tonight. So darling, get ready. When I get home, I'm going to be feeling awfully X chromosome. We're going to have ourselves a little girl, a little princess coming on. We already got 2 princes, and they're going to become kings like King Charles, like King Chuck. Can they call King Charles in England King Chuck? That'd be kind of dope. You know what I mean? Modern day, yo, that sounds dope. You know, can we write that into can we write to Buckingham Palace? King Chuck. Yo, King Chuck could be a rapper, he could be a DJ. King Chuck. There used to be a DJ named DJ Cheese. King Cut and make it move your butt. Okay, I don't know. I think we should. I don't know. I don't know about y'all. To me, King Chuck sounds dope. TK, right? You with it? I'm telling King Chuck sounds dope. And I know I can't be the only one who thought of that. King Chuck. Don't get me wrong, man. I don't support none of them colonizers. But I do promote or support foolishness every now and then. King Chuck, Oh, shut up. King Chuck is... Yo, shut up. King Chuck got the mic. Go, Chuck. Yeah. To all my countrymen. Oh, I gotta get my English accent together. Hold on. To all my countrymen, to all my citizens, to all of your peasants. King Chuck is on here, gonna turn it around, gonna make sure that we blow. A King Chuck is coming through, and you know that I'm the king, and you know, we gonna make sure that England gets back on the map. We gonna go back to the pound. Yeah, the euro, forget that. We gonna make sure that we get the economy right and be like top flight. What top flight? Security. We gonna make sure nobody gets through these borders except me. King Chuck, 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 King Chuck. Yo, I'm King Chuck and I don't give a shut your mouth. Shut your mouth, child. King Chuck is in the house. 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 King Chuck, King Chuck, King Chuck. He can start wilding out now that his mom is gone. He can be wilder than Kanye. All right, let's keep going. So we were talking about speaking something into existence. Whether you're talking about speaking the gender or the health of a child into existence, you know, we all, when we have children, we pray for their good health. I know that's what I did. I prayed every night. Like, please, God, please. All I want is for my baby to be healthy. That's all I want. I'll take care of the rest. You know what I mean? I need 4 limbs, good ones. I need her to see, hear, have good sense of touch. I just need her to start out like and have a good start like I had, and I'm good. I'll take care of the rest. You ain't even gotta give her no good attitude. I'll take care of that. But I got blessed with all of that too. So, but speaking it into existence, like I saw Stacey White wrote faith, prayer. Isn't praying for something like speaking something into existence? So if you don't claim something, and I know I'm taking the long route about getting into what it means to not claim something, but I think that we have to do the whole speaking it into existence first to see if we even to see if we can even lay claim to not claiming something. Let's see if we have this power. Do we have this power? And I love the word power. And I think that power is something that we all have in abundance, but we have it in certain areas, and we don't always concentrate on the areas in which our power is plentiful, bountiful. A whole lot of food. Nah, that's too hot. You know what I mean? I can't put that tea to my lips. I want it, but you know, I'm gonna go this route. I just get some nice cool water. Boy, that water cold. Stacey White says, I got to get used to these commercials. Yep. Yes, please get used to these commercials. Yes, please. Oh, and the commercials were X Plus Wear, Infinity, 8 Ball, Planet Fitness, and a political commercial. Oh, they got it. Okay. All right. All right. Stacey White says, clap for the girl. The boy didn't come. Okay. Robert Nick says, I wanted a son speaking in existence. Didn't work for me. That's because I read somewhere that when a man is in a relaxed, comfortable state, he tends to create more boy chromosomes, more male chromosomes. Now, I mean, some women might be, you know, feeling some kind of way that when a man is stressed out, he actually creates more female chromosomes. So what you trying to say? You trying to say that, you know, stress equals girls and relaxation and comfortability equals boys? Well, they have done research and saw that seems to have some validity. I swear to God, I knew that my first child was going to be a girl. Ain't no way around it. I knew for a fact. And I think that the fact that I had heard or read that claim about the whole being stressed out thing, creating more X chromosomes, which are female chromosomes, I think that played a part in me thinking that my first child was going to be a girl. But I just didn't think. And don't get me wrong, I wanted my first child to be a girl because I thought I was going to have multiple children. So I wanted a girl to be the oldest because I think for where my mind state was at the time, had my first child been a boy, my expectations and demands that I would have put on my son, it would have been too much. I mean, I would have loved him to death, but I would have, at that age, in that mind state, I would have needed my son to be everything that I wasn't at his age, each age that he was. So I know I would have been trying to push that and all of that. I say that now, but I think that's the way that I was feeling at the time. Like, I like, no, no baby of mine needs me in his life right now. Because I would have been too aggressive, too assertive, too demanding. Like, no, you can't be no punk. What? Somebody said something to you? Somebody did something? No, we gonna go get him. First of all, we going down to the basement, and I'm gonna show you how to hit this bag, and I'm gonna show you how to hold your hands, and I'm gonna show you how, and we're gonna take karate class, and we're gonna do everything. So you're gonna know how to play better than everybody else, speak better than everybody else, fight better than everybody else, be better than. It would have been too much. It really would. Like, Dad, I just want to. No, we can't chill. It's too hard out here for a young black man. And I can't have you out here getting pushed around by nobody, not even God. I would have been too much. I would have been daddy too much for a boy when I was a kid. So I wanted a girl, but I knew a girl was coming because for what I was going through at the time, I was like, I don't think it's a Y chromosome in me at the time. At the time. Stacy says, I'm not no boy. They thought I was going to be a boy, and I'm a strong-willed girl. Well, good for you. Robbie Mink says, fathers don't do that anymore. Now they're doing gender parties. Oh, them gender reveals. But what I'm saying is, what I'm really asking is, do fathers still celebrate their children being born anymore? You know what I mean? Do we the big part about the big deal about the celebration was that, like, now we are adding on to our family. We are building our family. We are extending our legacy. This is not just for this family here, this nuclear family right here. This is for our ancestors. This is for where we came from. So we will live on through our children. It is a big deal. Whether you have cigars or not, do we celebrate our children being born? I mean, celebrate. Yo, give that man a cigar. That's right. He got me a breath. Oh my God. I just had a baby. I just had a baby by a ratchet. Celebrate. Those not regular cigars. He passing out blunts. They passing out blunts. Oh well. Oh well. Okay. Robbie Mix says they was giving out cigars in the 60s and 70s. That sounds right. Probably the 50s and 40s and all of that too. Probably. Robbie Mink says he's just Charles, no king. Now, well, you know what? He's not our king, but he's their king. She wasn't our queen, but she was theirs. I ain't gotta like it. I ain't down with none of that colonizer mess, but they believe in that royalty stuff. They've had it going on for centuries and centuries. Let them do their thing. If the people of England want to submit to that, that's on them. Because they could have gotten rid of that a long time ago, and they didn't. So they wear that like a badge of honor. All them damn Africans crying over Queen Elizabeth dying though. All them Africans in Africa, and I'm sure there were plenty of Black Americans shedding tears too. I'm his show. Oh, the Queen is dead. People get caught up in all the hype. But anyway, speaking it into existence. Well, you think I'll bet you there's some people around the world that spoke Queen Elizabeth's death into existence. I mean, we all gotta die. We all gotta pass. We all have to leave this physical form in this world and on this earth. But when you wish ill will on somebody, people always say you should never wish any ill will on anybody. That you're creating negative energy, and I believe that to a certain extent. But if you ain't a good person, I can wish bad on you all I want. Good people get bad wished on them too. So let's get it popping. Yeah. Let's get it popping. TK Wright says, trust me, I get it. Super high expectations. Come on, man. If you ever had a rough childhood, or maybe not so rough, maybe only perceived rough in your mind, you know what? Listen, it's totally normal to want better for your children than you had, no matter how good you had it. You want them to have better. Whatever you struggle with, you don't want your kids to struggle with it. Some of us go too far and we don't understand what made us struggle in the first place. And that's where we make some mistakes. But I think it's totally reasonable and right to want your children to have better than you had. So, it's bigger than just material things. You want to make sure that your children don't have to go through the mental and emotional struggles that you may have had. And you know how hard it is. You know how hard it is when you watch your children struggling with the same things that you struggle with. If you know that you had problems in love when you were young, when you were, let's say, from the time you were like 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, you was love struck and you was in deep, little boy, little girl or whatever. You was just all in at such a young age and you couldn't be talked out of it. You couldn't be talked out of it. So you were in a very vulnerable state when you were a teenager or whatever. And you don't want your kids going through that. You know all the things that you did to submit to those feelings that you had. Maybe having sex before you should have been having sex, participating in violence or submitting to violence, being controlled, manipulated, by somebody who was controlling and possessive in a negative way, you don't want your kids to go through that. And when you see it happening, you be like, oh my God, no. But you might not be claiming that. She's just like you. He's just like you. I ain't claiming that. Well, just because you ain't claiming it doesn't mean that is not true. Or does it? What are we going to do? What can we do about our claims? You know how hard it is when you see your children struggling with the same things you struggle with. As much as you tried to groom them, teach them, tutor them, mentor them, condition them away from those pitfalls. And you see it like, oh no. It could be something like, let's say, if you weren't a good reader in school, like you couldn't read. I ain't gonna say, I shouldn't say you couldn't read, but you reading was challenging for you. Maybe you had some type of learning disability that made it hard for you to read. And when kids do good in school, it's normally because they're good readers. Good readers they win in education, because when you can read and you have good reading comprehension, you can pick up and retain the material. When you struggle to be able to even read the words, it's frustrating. And it makes you just want to get around having to read. And we know what happens after that. That's how high school dropouts are created. That's how street mentality children are created. So if you struggle with reading in school, you don't want your kids to struggle with the same thing. And sometimes you might just try to speak it into existence that they won't struggle. But sometimes you may not actually physically or verbally speak it into existence because you don't even want to admit to yourself that you struggle with it. And you sure don't want any of your peers or anybody else knowing that you struggle with that. So you might pray it into existence. Please, please, God, please, 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 God, please, 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 God, don't let my child have trouble with reading or reading comprehension the way I did. Please don't have my child being called out to read in front of the class and not being able to do it, and people sucking their teeth and sighing all hard. And oh my God, that's not that word. Please don't let him or her go through that. Please, 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 please. Well, can we speak that into existence? Or if you see that happening, can you just not claim it away? I'm not claiming that. Ain't nothing wrong with my baby. I know that you've heard somebody defend their child that way. I mean, a child could be all out retarded. And you'll hear somebody be like, ain't nothing wrong with my baby. They just have some challenges. They just, have to do some things, blah, blah, blah. But no, ain't nothing wrong with them. If something wrong with mine, there's something wrong with yours. They ain't claiming it. Does it matter if you claim it? Does it matter if you claim it? Because whether you claim it or not, here it is, right there in the flesh, live and in the flesh. Stacey, I wasn't even trying to be funny. I'm serious. You don't want your children. The last thing you want in this world is for your children to be embarrassed the way that you were embarrassed by whatever you were embarrassed by. One thing that we do not want for our babies is for them to be humiliated in any ways that we were humiliated, to be uncomfortable in any ways that we were uncomfortable, to be embarrassed in any way that we were embarrassed, to be to be outcasted or feeling uncomfortable in any ways that we were uncomfortable. We don't want that for our babies. And sometimes we try to speak it into existence or fail to claim it or do everything in our power to try to make sure that it doesn't happen. It's real. And we were picked on and bullied as a child. We try to make sure that our children don't let that don't have that happen to them. No, we might not teach them to do nothing but fight. I might not be able to. I might can't teach you how to read. I might can't teach you how to read no books, but I can teach you how to keep people from teasing you about you not being able to read them. It's irresponsible, but we try to protect our babies as much as we can in any way that we can. We use what we have to try to wield the results that we are looking for, speaking into existence, failing to claim it. So just like your child may be autistic or retarded, yes, and mentally retarded is an actual psychological term. It's a scientific term. It's not a diss. So they can, socially we can take it out of our vocabulary all we want. It's a real thing. As a matter of fact, if it wasn't a real thing, they would take it out of our vocabulary. And they certainly haven't done that. Let's see about this. Let's see. Okay. Mentally retarded definition. Okay, let me see. First of all, what they have up here is note this page may contain content that is offensive or inappropriate for some readers. For some readers, not in its nature, but for some readers. Definition: mental retardation is a developmental disability that first appears in children under the age of 18. It is defined as an intellectual functioning level as measured by standard tests for intelligence quotient that is well below average and significant limitations in daily living skills, adaptive functioning. Description: mental retardation occurs in 3, I don't know, 2 to 5 and 2, what the heck? That occurs in 2 to 5, 3% of the general population. About 6 to 7.5 million mentally retarded individuals live in the United States alone. Mental retardation begins in childhood and adolescence before the age of 18. In most cases, it persists throughout adulthood. A diagnosis of mental retardation is made if an individual has an intellectual functioning level well below average and significant limitations in 2 or more adaptive skill areas. Intellectual functioning level is defined by standardized tests that measure the ability to reason in terms of mental age, intelligence quotient, or IQ. Mental retardation defined as IQ score below 70 to 75. Adaptive skills are the skills needed for daily life. Such skills include the ability to produce and understand language, communication, home living skills, use of community resources, health, safety, leisure, self care, and social skills, self direction, functional academic skills, reading, writing, and arithmetic and work skills. There's more to it. There's more to it. Uh, there's even levels to it: mild mental retardation, moderate mental retardation, severe mental retardation, profound mental retardation. You know, this is you know what? This is kind of interesting. Hold on. I think I'm gonna come back and read this. And I'm gonna put it in the comments. Well, autism is a mental disability, but it's not as severe as mental retardation. But they came up with autism to keep from calling people retarded. Think about it. When we was growing up, I don't even remember the term autism existing. Let's see. As a matter of fact, let's see. What year was the term autism created? 1911.
1911, according to verywellhealth.com, the history of autism begins in 1911 when Swiss psychiatrist Paul Eugen Bleuler coined the term, using it to describe what he believed to be the childhood version of schizophrenia. Since then, our understanding of autism has evolved, culminating in the current diagnosis of autism spectrum disorder, ASD, and informed by many notable events impacting autism clinical research, education, and support.
See, this is the problem that we have had throughout history. They said that autism was originally used to define the children's version of schizophrenia. See, there used to be so much irresponsibility with psychology back in the day because they used it to prove social factors and to divide people and to discriminate. That's why a lot of people don't believe in it today. They really had to clean up their image. The children's version of schizophrenia. I'm done. I'm done. Okay. Okay. Now, Stacey White says, when you have a covering over your life, negative things cannot come into existence. Little covered. I'm 51 going through hot flashes. I do not want no children. I have my feline cat. I'm fine. Okay. Well, how did you feel at age 25, 22, 30, 35? Did you have your feline? Were you good with that? Asking for a friend. T. Carrier says, I thought that way about girls. Then I got a daughter and I was a putty. Still demanding, but putty. Okay. Stacey White says, I'm assuming they still do baby showers. Yeah, they do. All right. Robbie Ming says, yes, most parents do. Okay. All right. Robbie Ming says, oh wow. I wish that bad that they it was that bad that they wished her dead. Yeah. When you search the history of what the English monarchy has done around the world, particularly in African countries or to black people in general, man, I would never cry for Queen Elizabeth or King Nobody or Prince this, that, and the third. They could never clean up what they have historically done in this world. They could never, all of their structures, all of their buildings, all of their monuments, all of their financial systems were built on the backs, in the blood and the sweat and tears of black people worldwide. English would be nothing had they not had slavery do what it did for them. Okay. Stacey White says you don't want your kids to go through drinking. That's true. Not me. I'm not. I'll never be worried about my children, growing up to be alcoholics. All of the women I messed with, they barely drunk at all. It was never a mirror match. I've never been with a woman that drank like I did. And if I was messing around with one, we didn't go very far. Listen, a drunk woman is not easy to deal with. That ain't. I know a drunk man might not be either, but a drunk woman, a woman that drinks a lot all the time, who self-medicates with alcohol, ain't nothing nice. They be crazy and off the chain in their feelings, reckless, wild, and drunk all the time. Yeah, I may be laying judgment. So I know what I seen. Robbie Mink says, I wanted to know everything that my girls did. They tried to hide things from me, but they all had diaries. Not only that, but they had diaries, but you know what you did. You know what kind of girl you were at that age. So you know the potential. Listen, nobody knows women like other women. It's a fact that men try to get around like, you don't know. You just hating on her. You just jealous. No, women know other women. They do. Just like men know other men. So women like men love to believe that women always have their best interests at heart. But other women be like, nah, it ain't like that. Like, listen, girl code, if there is a such thing, I ain't gonna tell this dude, how we get down, but y'all know how each other get down. That's why if a man tries to tell you that
90 seconds,
some woman who has been giving him attention is not really on him like that, you be like, man, you must be out of your, you done lost your. Because y'all know how other women are, good and bad.
60 seconds.
So y'all don't be trying to lie to each other. Y'all save all the lies for us. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It's hard for a man to figure a woman out, but it's easy for a woman to figure other women out. You already know. Okay. Stacey White says, I was picked on and bullied as a child. They still picking and bullying me. I am farther ahead in my life. I must be doing something right. Okay. Robbie makes say, Stacey, don't let nobody bully you. Yeah. Don't let nobody bully you. Emphasis on the word nobody. definitely don't let nobody bully you. Okay. Robbie Mink says, Stacy, if you believe in God, let him fight your battles. That's sort of like speaking it into existence, right? Or is that more like not claiming it? Which one, what would you say it is? Which one is stronger? Not claiming something or speaking something into existence? I guess speaking something into existence means getting something that you want. Not claiming something is like denying something out of your existence. Where we can go wrong with denying something out of our existence or not claiming something is there may be something that is really going on with us that we may be in denial of. Like you may be physically ill, you may have an ailment that needs to be taken care of. I ain't claiming that. Guy diagnosed with a terminal illness, I ain't claiming that. Well, you might need to claim it before it claims you. You might need to go through some treatments or explore some type of um, of clinical trials or cures. You know, talk to some people who have been through it. Uh, Contact a practitioner. Get some second or third opinions about your condition. Find out what's going on with you. Just not claiming it. Now, I can understand not claiming death because death only comes when it comes. But when it comes, it comes. And when it comes, ain't nothing you can do about it. But leading up to it, you do live. So maybe there's certain things you can do to stave off dying, stave off death longer than you would if you just accepted death. So I can understand that. I'm not claiming my demise. I'm not claiming my sickness. You don't have to claim the sickness as the only thing that you claim, but you may have to acknowledge it to the point where you can help yourself. Or at least give other people a chance to help you also. Because when you don't claim something, you may not admit it to yourself or anybody else. It's just you and your doctors, just you and the medical community who know. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I don't know what y'all talking about. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Robbie May says, oh, that's something I need to read about England. Read about, you know what, Rob? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna on YouTube. I'll send you some material about some of the things that the monarchy has done. You know what I mean? See, they keep us concentrating on all that majestic stuff, servants and all of these elaborate costumes and jewelry and all of their riches and stuff like that. Well, you know what regular people have to do to get rich, right? And you know what they have to do in order to roll over that wealth from generation to generation. That's something that's very hard for Black people to do. How do you think you roll over not only the wealth that you had from generation to generation, but that monarchy, that respect, that reverence from generation to generation to this very day? The king, the queen or king of England does not represent the politics of England. So what do you need them for? They're sure there though, aren't they? And they definitely have influence. And I got a feeling that King Chuck is about to bring the monarchy back. Like all of this parliament, all of this democracy and all of that. I don't know about all of that. King Charles might try to make a king move. You know what I mean? We might be playing checkers, not chess with King Chuck. They done king me. Oh, I'm gonna move around this board all I want, jumping people. We gonna take it back to the essence. Well, anyway. Anyway. They gonna definitely flag this show, ain't they? They flagged the one last night, but we gonna be all right. Stacy says, Omar, I never really wanted no children. I helped raise children in my family. I'm very tired. You was tired before you got started? All right, Stacy says, I believe in God. I'm very much saved, and I thank God that I'm not in jail. I thank God that I have my right mind. All right. Well, isn't being saved like speaking something into existence? And to be saved, don't you sort of have to make sure that you don't claim the devil, or you don't claim evil, or you don't claim wickedness, or you don't claim anything less than righteousness? I'm asking for a friend, a demonic friend. I'm asking for a demon seed, baby. Let me know. 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 By the way, if y'all would like to call into the show, if you want to talk about not claiming that or speaking something into existence, I invite y'all to call in, and the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. That's the number to call. I said 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. I said 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shine, baby. 319-527-6199. Press number 1, and that will let me know that you would like to speak. And then I will call you out by the last 4 digits of your telephone number. You can rock when they do the damn thing. Stacey White says, if you have the Lord with you, you're not going to claim nothing that he doesn't want. But sometimes desires are hard. I'm not perfect, but I have a relationship. Okay. All I'm saying is, all I'm asking, I'm not saying nothing because I ain't in a position to say nothing. But I'll ask, is even belief in God, isn't that like speaking something into existence? I mean, we speak to God because we believe in God. He speaks through us, but he doesn't speak to us. Some people say that he speaks to us and we look at him like they're crazy. Well, what does God's voice sound like? I want to know. Holla at me. Holla at me. Holla at me. But anyway, still I rise, baby. Still I rise. Still we rise. We work it out. But yeah, I ain't claiming that. We have to be careful with what we refuse to claim. We have to be careful with that, because what we refuse to claim may be something that we absolutely have to claim. It may be something that we absolutely have to acknowledge. It may not be something that we can just make go away. How many of you have known people who died suddenly, who weren't even sick before, to your knowledge, weren't even hurt before, to your knowledge? It could be because they didn't claim something. Maybe serious illness ran in their family, like heart disease. And they said, I ain't claiming that. Meanwhile, they can't breathe, have absolutely no energy. Even, how you have an irregular heartbeat, you can feel it. Palpitations and all of that. You talking about something. I ain't claiming that. We talked the other day about how sometimes some people are more afraid to get treated or get diagnosed than they are to live with the pain of whatever their condition is. So, not claiming something can be detrimental to your health. It can be totally detrimental. So does it always pay, or does it always work to not claim something? Can we get away with something? Can we get away with not claiming something? I can see if somebody disses you or insults you. Like, you ain't nothing but a butthole. I ain't claiming that. Or you're narcissistic. They love to throw that word around on the internet, social media. Narcissistic. You're toxic. I ain't claiming that. You're in a toxic relationship. I ain't claiming that. There are times when you might be right. There are times you might be wrong. But you have to find that out for yourself. You got to find that out for yourself. I ain't claiming. I ain't claiming that. No claim. No. He says, I love God, but some of his children I don't like. And how when God is coming through somebody. Oh, you said, and I know when God is coming through somebody and when he's not. You claiming that? You claiming to know when somebody is godly and when they're not? Well, now that's a big claim. That there major. That there ain't no small thing. That big deal. Please make sure y'all hit that like button. Please make sure that y'all share the show. Please make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel. And I'm not sure, but I think you can join the channel now. They offer me that option. So you can subscribe or you can actually join. We'll see about that. Who wants to be down? All right. Let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious September 17th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them, making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box. Marcus Lamb, turning 40 years old today. Happy birthday to you, Marcus. And also Steve D. Incredible, turning 46 years old today. And also Gwen Holiday, turning 58 years old today. And Cherry Wright, or should I say Sherry Wright, turning 38 years old today. And Peretta Smith White, happy birthday to you, Peretta. And also Shayna Robinson, happy birthday to you. And a girl, go-getter Angela, Miss Lady Gray, happy birthday to you. Germantown's finest. And also Larry Bryant turning 48 years old today. And also Marcus Lamb turning 40 years old today. Oh, I said Larry Bryant turning 48 years old. Marcus Lamb. Wait a minute. Oh, Marcus Lamb has 2 accounts. Okay, I got you, Marcus. And my man, go get a Sterling Daniels turning 54 years old today. And he's raising money for Black Girls Code. Black Girls Code. Do the damn thing, Sterling. And also Keith Turner, who is a twin. So I guess we got to give a shout out to his brother, Kevin Turner. But he didn't list his birthday. Either that or we're not friends on Facebook. Either way, it's okay. Also, Lewis Myers turning 51 years old today. And our girl, go getter, Rhonda Young. Happy birthday to you. And last but not least, my man going all the way back to the 1982, Eli Mayo, turning 52 years old today. Happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious September 17th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, I ain't claiming it. Well, we say we ain't claiming it. Well, you know what I mean? We ain't claiming it. Well, you can speak things into existence, or you can fail to claim something, but I would suggest that you be as responsible and as conscious about whatever you are speaking into existence or whatever you are failing to claim. You know, do whatever it takes to put yourself in a position to be successful in whatever you are doing. You know, you can't always deny things out of your life, especially when they're physical things. Like maybe somebody has been acting like they are an enemy to you, and you say, I ain't claiming it. I don't have no enemies. None. I'm like, okay. Well, you say you don't. The evidence says that you do. I just want you to be careful. Can you do that? It's the least you can do. Work on it. We're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Going to be all right. Yes. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow at, I guess, at 1 o'clock. Yeah, why not? At 1 o'clock for another Urban Therapy with Sun show, because there ain't no football tomorrow. It's a Monday night game, and that goes how it goes. I want y'all to have a great rest of this Saturday. Me, I need to get some rest. I'm tired. I just got off work this morning. All right. So y'all have the best day of your lives. So, Blog Talk, let me get you out of here. Excuse me, Blog Talk, let me get you out of here. Yeah. And let me see.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio.
Let me see.
Goodbye.
And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobers. Hello.